Hmm. Well, that movie sucked.
Dude, what a stinker. Like, what the heck did we just watch?
We don't find out what happened to them afterwards. Where do these things come from? We just set out to see someone to just pass away in the last moment, and it was just really fucking boring.
Well, nothing happened. Of course it was boring. Nothing happened. There were no themes explored. By the time we get to the end, you know that there's been an invasion and that you have to be quiet around the aliens, right? If it even is aliens.
And
because,
that's it.
And these are things that you would know, like, coming into this movie, I guess, if you've seen either one of the other two. So, I don't really, honestly confused.
At one point, I thought that they came from underground, because you see these, like, enormous holes in the ground, and they're like, at one point I thought, like, oh, they come from under the earth, and there came from, but I don't get answers to either of them.
No, they didn't even, nobody's even asking the question in this movie, like, what are these aliens? What are they doing here?
We see shit fall from the sky. But at first I thought it was fucking missiles, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it could just be a bioweapon from China. We don't even know.
Right. And I understand, like, that would make it more interesting to this fucking movie, but by the third movie, I feel like we needed these answers. Like, I understand, like, it was about the journey. We already did a journey with the family in the beginning. Mm-hmm. That one has stakes, like, okay, a baby makes a lot of noise. I'm surprised they didn't explore that with this one, because cats make fucking noise all the fucking time, especially when they're hungry.
I mean, this was just a very smart cat, obviously, and knew what's going on.
Yeah, they introduced people to abandon 2 seconds later. I mean,
it was less than low stakes. It was like some dying person who doesn't even know if she's going to be alive in like a day or two.
It felt like I was just watching 7 Pounds over again with Will Smith. That movie starts with, hey, I'm going to die in the end of this movie. Hang out with me, dude. And it's like, for me, it's a slog. So I'm not saying I need to have action all the fucking time. But we're literally seeing... the movie climaxes with a card trick, like they're mimicking.
We had a secret magician the whole time.
We had a secret magician that doesn't come into play with the monsters.
Yeah, he doesn't use his magical tricks for anything except
it's
for like a bonding
they're
experience.
Like burning time. I feel like for me, it's burning time. Like, oh, like let's make your last moments here on Earth. I'll put you a show where we can't make any noise. Like, it's just not interesting or complexing to see. That's why the first one was just more well-rounded. Like, I think what made the first one.
The first one. You said it was a masterpiece.
It was it was a masterpiece because the fun of the movie was to see people adapt to the situation. Like the moment you see the woman with the bump on her stomach, you're like, oh shit, dude. Why? Like now there's a time. You
get to see their worlds. Like obviously there's not a lot of like spoken exposition, right?
And that was okay for the first one.
It made a lot of sense because like you're in this world, you see what's happening. But like for this movie, all you see is like Manhattan, something bad has happened. And, like, people are, like, being quiet, right? Like, nobody's adapted. Is anybody, like, wearing shoes with, like, shirts tied around their feet?
Like, when they went around, they're like, okay, people start heading downtown. In the middle of the movie, they're like, start heading downtown.
What?
And everybody started walking in the middle of the streets. And nobody comes across, like, oh, shit, everybody's making noise. You know what I mean? Like, they already went, like, at this point...
A lot of people moving all at once is like
everybody has seen and people have seen people die in front of them, dude. So to see them to start like walking and start making a big noise and stuff, like I understand like the idea is romantic in the sense like it starts slow, but like as people start flooding the whole fucking the whole streets it makes a lot of noise. But it's like they didn't even try. And I don't mean the filmmakers. I mean like the people in the movie. They didn't even try to make it like silent, you know what I mean? Like it would have been better. I mean, this is all preference, right? But a way to see people know like there was only one type of person in that street. It was just like the desperate person trying to get off it. And I feel like it should have been people trying to get off and people trying to keep everybody quiet and stuff. It was time to see, like, there was like what, 3 scenes with like the main character gets attacked by a crazy, oh no, don't let me go, like making like the most music, like the most noise. I'm just saying it just felt cheap for me.
I also feel like it was a little inconsistent as far as like how good these things hearing is, right? Because like people are just like talking in like a water fountain, like, you know, which is fine, whatever. But they can't hear like all these people moving around. They don't hear people like talking in like this echoey fucking church. That really bothered me, by the way. But like it just seemed like there was kind of no consistency, and I'm like trying to give it credit. Like, okay, like the monsters are new to the earth. They don't know what humans sound like. Okay, the only thing that they go after is like somebody like throwing a brick through a car window. That kind of a thing.
I feel like
There's
they would
tons of sounds.
a monster of that caliber hearing, you know, the impact of that, you know, of somebody.
They would probably know like where
they started that idea,
smashed into it from.
I thought I was bored, and the reason I'm fucking mad is because somebody fucking shush us when they were doing like the fucking card, when everybody like doing the card shit, the card scene.
You got shushed?
I feel, because I turned to you, I'm like, what the fuck is going down here? Oh, she got the 9 card letter. Oh, hooray! Like, what we're doing, what we're fucking doing here? And somebody goes like, shh, and I'm like,